Have you ever been into situations where a subject is moving a lot while you aren't able to move, which means prime lenses in this situation cannot be used, and also you wanted that extra melted bokeh background at the same time? Or perhaps you are shooting in a dark condition where you need the wide aperture of a prime lens. In situations like this, it's either you opt for a zoom lens but it's at the aperture of f2.8, which is the borderline of giving that balanced bokeh and the ability to perform averagely in low light, or you can opt to carry two camera bodies, one fitted with a shorter prime lens and the other with a longer one. But still, with the subject moving around, there will be situations where neither of these lenses' focal length will work. Or you can look for this hybrid monster, the Canon RF28-70mm f2.0. Zoom lenses such as the legendary 24-70 f2.8 had always been known as the all-purpose lens, with its focal length covering from wide angle to telephoto and giving that balance between bokeh and wide aperture. The RF28-70 f2 is basically the same all-purpose lens category but on crazy steroids. Now, I will personally utilize this lens in every of my shoots: pre-weddings, actual day weddings, engagement portraits, and also general portraits. It's especially useful when I am shooting alone, for it being able to provide me wide until telephoto coverage and still at the amazing aperture of f2.0. It is really a game changer when it comes to covering actual wedding days, because I always carry two camera bodies at the same time, one fitted with a prime and another a wide angle zoom lens, just so I'm able to cover all available angles as my wedding is ongoing. But with the RF28-70, all I need is just a camera body and the lens itself, and that speeds up my shoot as well because I don't have to worry about switching my camera all the time. Since this lens was released back in 2018, the complaint I hear a lot is this lens is oddly big in size and is just too heavy for shoots, making it a turn-off for most photographers. If you do follow my vlogs, you will know that I'm not a big fan of huge and heavy equipments. And if you talk about lenses, the lens that I hate the most is the EF-70-200 f2.8 version 2. That lens to me is a real burden to carry around and is taxing on my fingers, especially when using it with a mirrorless camera. But I will be honest, yes, the 28-70 weighs 1.4 kilo, similar to the weight of the 70-200 f2.8 version 2, but then it's less taxing on my fingers when carrying it around during shoot. But wait, isn't this the same weight as the EF-70-200? Why then does the EF-70-200 hurts my fingers while the RF28-70 doesn't? Well, it's very simple, and it is because of the length of the lens itself. Holding the EF-70-200, which is stretched out, is harder to manage because the front of the lens tends to tilt down due to gravity. But holding the RF28-70 doesn't feel as hard because the lens is built much shorter and the overall weight is much more centralized. So yes, although they are rated at the same weight, it feels completely different, and the RF28-70 f2.0 is very much more manageable even when used for long hour shoots. So if you ask me, I would describe the RF28-70 2.0 as the perfect zoomable prime lens, bearing the ability to zoom at crucial ranges and having an aperture just 1/3 of a stop away from a true prime lens. Great lens for those who are looking for versatility and a good low light performer. Smile, very good. Today I'll be using the RF28-70 to cover the margin.